Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. It seems like Kimmie is finally getting what she deserved from Melody. It seems like she's finally being brought down to the size she really is. She tries to come for Melody regarding her name change, and Melody is not having it. Let's take a listen.
When I got married, I moved my last name to my middle name.
Okay.
A lot of it was just in my head for having children. I never really wanted to be that stereotype where your kids go to school and they're like, "What's your last name?" And they're like, "Grant." What's your mama last name? Scott. As African Americans, I think a lot of times we're thrown into a stereotypical cycle of, I'm going to assume that your kids don't have your mama's last name. And I think it's tragic. That just mattered, like, to me.
You mean being baby mamas and not having the last name, having not been married? Mm-hmm. You and Jalen technically don't have the same last name anymore.
So it seems like Kimmie is finally getting her just due with Melody. And I hope Melody is seeing Kimmie for the real snake that she is. Because if it's a stereotype that she's talking about, was Kimmie actually married to her son's father? Or is she, or was she just labeled a baby mama or just a baby mama before she married Maurice? So while she's trying to come for Melody, Melody was married. Kimmie was, in fact, a baby mama, a side chick, allegedly. So what does it matter to her what name Melody is using? But I was so proud of Melody with her swift, quick read, because Kimmie is always thinking she knows something. She talks a whole lot of nothing, just like the rest of them Scots. And Kimmie has been allowed to get away with whatever she's saying, her little sneak diss and stuff, for seasons. But it seems like people ignored it because of her way of being able to articulate her words. And then, fast forward, it became, because of her diagnosis, people were, ignoring the things that Kimmie said and Kimmie did. But hopefully Melody sat back and looked at all the times Kimmie has, basically misled their friendship. And people will say, well, how did she mislead their friendship? Well, for one, she misled their friendship by bringing Basement Billy onto the show to talk about Miss Van. If you my friend, then why would you? I don't care if that is your in-law. Either you're going to stay neutral in the situation, or you're not going to have anything to do with it at all. And by Kimmie helping Basement Billy get on that show to talk about Miss Van, I feel as though that challenged their friendship, and that should have let people know how Kimmie is a snake. And when Kimmie was asked a question on the reunion, do she consider Melody a friend? And she did that long pause. It's like, if you got to think that long, then you're not really my friend. So I feel as though that put their friendship into question, and it was misleading. And every time Kimmie sides with Martell, talking about, oh, he just wants his family, she knows what he wants, and Martell is basically trying to say Martell is no harm and she understands him. How do you understand him? But then has an interview with Carlos saying that she went through similar situations as Melody with her son's father. We didn't hear her talk about that with Melody on the show. We didn't hear none of that. We hear is about her talking about her yoni and this, that, and the third. And we didn't hear her go and try to comfort Melody and say, I understand what you're going through. I've been there. It gets better. You're doing the right thing. Or whether she thinks Melody is doing the right thing or not, she could have just been like, I'm here if you need me. Now, one time have I heard Kimmie speak up to defend Melody? Have I heard her speak up to say I understand Melody, except for the one time when she was on Carlos' show? And even after that, even after she said it out loud that she's been through it, I still have not heard her go to Melody and say, I understand, I get it, I've been there. And even if you haven't, you as a woman, you can look to another woman and see that they're hurting, and you can understand what pain for another woman. I mean, whether you agree or not. But Kimmie didn't do that. So I just hope Melody is finally seeing Kimmie for the snake that she really is. And I hope Melody continues to put Kimmie and her shady mean girl antics on blast, because Kimmie, she's always trying to sneak this. And like I say, she's been able to escape the scrutiny that she's been able to escape and hide behind her her illness and stuff like that, because people are because by Tisha being not so articulate, Tisha get more of the backlash, and I believe that Kimmie is probably behind the scenes pumping up Tisha's head and stuff like that, filling her head with stuff, just like when they were talking about Tiffany and Stormy at the Scott's apartment. Kimmie came through the door talking and egging Tisha on. So I believe that Kimmie is behind the scenes drumming up a lot of this stuff, just like Basement Billy said. Kimmie is one of the ringleaders, and I hope that Melody is finally finding her out, especially now that Kimmie is free from her sickness and back to being Maurice's poking toy. She needs to be read just like the rest of them snakes and backstabbers on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, we have seen Melody be nothing but nice to Kimmie, giving Kimmie business connects, just overall rooting for Kimmie, telling her how beautiful she was. Even when Maurice put out that they weren't really friends, even when Kimmie was shading Melody and stuff, Melody continued her one-sided friendship with Kimmie. And I can understand it from Melody's point, because she probably knew what Kimmie was about and who Kimmie really was. But she was hoping that with Kimmie going through what she was going through, and Melody saying, well, you know what, I'm going to ignore it because, and I'm just going to be the friend that I am, the friend that she needs me to be right now. And I'm going to, and hopefully within some of this, Kimmie will realize that I am her true friend. I can't kick somebody while they're down. And especially, when they're going through one of the most horrible experiences of life that life can throw at you. Melody was like, no, I can't, get on her or anything. I have to, continue be the genuine person that I am, because I cannot. She probably, felt as though I can't do that to somebody, kick them while they're down. So she probably was hoping that Kimmie would come out of her sickness and really see that Melody is her real true friend, and not just somebody that's looking for her to do something, or not somebody that whoever painted her as the bad guy in their friendship, or not the person that her husband and her in-laws don't want her associated with. Because Melody, she didn't have to do all the things that she did for Kimmie, but she probably did it so she can, so she wouldn't be labeled as, oh, you attacking a sick woman. You're coming after Kimmie, knowing that she can't, she don't have the strength to fight back right now. So I really applaud Melody for, sticking by Kimmie while she was sick, going through whatever she was going through. But now that Kimmie is well and she is free of all her sickness, I hope that Melody sees Kimmie for exactly who she is. And I hope that Melody continues to put Kimmie in her place. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.